What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be helping you out on Movembers you should avoid buying. These guys are overpriced and I do not see much in the name of profit for them. They can only go down or stay about where they're at. We'll start off here with Carey Price. Carey Price is the most overpriced one of them all. Goalies do not go for 800k. His last price was 880k. Team of the year goalies last year 400, 500k. Goalies, that's about their max price. People don't pay a lot for goalies because a lot of people don't even use the big name goalies, so their price doesn't spike a lot. It's way too much to be paying for a goalie. And then there's Connor McDavid. Like him or not, great player. Injured right now, by the way. He'd have to get 2 or 3 upgrades to be anywhere close to that 120k range, because 2 or 3 upgrades, 3 upgrades would get him to an 88 overall, and that's about what 88 overalls are selling for. But to say he's going to get that on a team that ain't making the playoffs, he ain't making an all-star game, he ain't going to get those upgrades. He ain't worth that 120k to be paying that much for an 82 overall player. And then there's Duncan Keith. Duncan Keith's 93 overall. Hard to say, why isn't this guy going to make you coins? Well, he's a 1.15 mil right now, I do believe. He ain't going to go much higher than that. He's been listed multiple times at that price lately. Nobody's biting on it. He's had an all-right year, but he ain't in line for any more milestones. So, before Team of the Year, he really doesn't have much of a chance to say get a substantial chance at an upgrade. Then there's Steven Stamkos. Stamkos, same story. He's got 1 milestone coming. I think he'd be a 93 overall, but for 1.7 mil, he's not worth it. Keep in mind, last year, the only upgrade he got all year was a milestone before Team of the Year. So, until Team of the Year comes out, you can almost say he's a really big gamble. A lot of guys, they drop come Team of the Year, so they're not even close worth holding. You get that 2-week range of Team of the Year, and all these Movembers start dropping. That can just result in a big loss, not a profit for you. Then there's Datsuk. Datsuk's getting older. I am not 100% sure if he's in line for another milestone here shortly or not, but if he was, that'd be a 93 overall. But needless to say, he has not had a good season. He still had a good season, but to say he's had a Pavel Datsyuk kind of season where he's a point per game player, he's not been lighting it up. So for 1.3 million, he's not worth it for that. Maybe 93. If he's lucky, he'd get a 94 overall upgrade, but that is less likely. Then there's Dylan Larkin. Same story, different player when it comes to these low overalls. Good player, but to say he's going to get 3 or 4 upgrades and be worth that 80k is not very likely at all. He's going to stay right around that, or he's way too high at that price. Then there's Patrice Bergeron, best face-off guy in the game. Gotta love that about him. But at 89 overall, most 89s are going for what, 200-300k range, and he's going for 700k. To say he's not a big offensive guy, he's more of a defensive forward, so he'd have to get a defensive team of the week to get an upgrade, which those are a big shot in the dark a lot of the time. So at an 89 overall, you shouldn't be paying 700k for him. There's not much more of a ceiling for a guy like Bergeron at 89 overall. For price-wise, yeah, you can get some upgrades, but to say he's going to go up in price, there ain't really a ceiling for that. He's probably hit it. He'll probably go down, if anything. Duchesne, same case. 89 overall, shouldn't be 600k. He's had an all-right season, but he's still young, so he's got no milestones. He'd have to pull out a couple Team of the Weeks, player of the games to even be close to that 600k range. I get it. Guys like his speed. That's why he's that much, but he still ain't going to go up much more than 600k. He'll probably do anything. He'll go down once you get closer to Team of the Year. And then there's Phil Kessel. Phil Kessel's just, I don't know, people are just big Phil Kessel fans. He didn't do hot last year, he didn't do too hot this year. So for 300 some K, for an 88 overall that I usually saw him for 100, 150k, he's not worth it. You can get 100k, 150k, 88 overall, who has a lot more potential at a good card this year compared to Phil Kessel. Point blank. So avoid him. And then there's Max Domi, whatever. Same story as the other low overalls, 80 overall. He'd have to get 3 upgrades, being 86, and he still ain't worth that 50, 60k range. I think that's what his last price sold is. His start price is a little higher on that one right there, so avoid him. Finally, Erik Karlsson. Yes, Erik Karlsson. Best offensive defenseman in the game right now. He's 1.1 mil, but he's already a 94 overall. He doesn't have a lot of room or a lot more upgrades left in him before he would get close to, say, a 99 overall. So for people to pay 1.1, I'd say is about peaked out there. A lot of people got to remember, last year's Team of the Year, no defenseman sold for over 1 million coins when they first came out. So 1.1 for a Movember, it might be close to where he's peaking at for a defenseman. So hopefully this video helped you guys out, and thank you for watching.